What happens when baobab trees and granite come together? Well, meet Kubu Island, the breathtaking grouping of granite outcrop, African chestnut trees, and baobab trees. With Makgakgadi salt pans at its bed, Kubu Island majestically sprouts out of the flatbed to leave viewers awed. Its wave-rounded granite pebbles can't help but point to the prehistoric lake that was. The Makgakgadi salt pans are what is left of a prehistoric lake that dried up about 10,000 years ago. Adding to the island's charm are the fossilized droppings or guano of water birds on the rocks. Archaeologists have found Stone Age tools and ancient ruins in the place. Kubu Island is locally known as Lekhubu, which means a high place. The name Kubu most probably comes from the Kalanga word meaning large rock. Though most seem to attribute it to the Tswana word meaning hippopotamus, they use the Tswana definition to denote that the boulders look like hippos' backs. The name also points to the time the lake was alive and hippos littered the island. Whichever name you use, the beauty of the area is just unquestionable. In this video, we will discover this amazing gem from Botswana, and you don't want to go anywhere. So, if you're new to Africa Revealed, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Now, let's get started. This crescent-shaped island measures 1 kilometer in length and is about 10 meters high, making it a monolith in the middle of the pan. It is surrounded by the immense gray emptiness of Soa Pan in the center of the Makgakgadi, and at times the emptiness reflects its lake to you. As far as the eye can see, the pan stretches out for kilometers, making it one of Botswana's isolated attractions. The site is under the care of Guano Community Trust. This is a local trust formed in 1997 and represents the interest of the communities of Matsumu and other settlements near the island. The local community was concerned about the damage caused by uncontrolled tourism activities on the island. Guano ensures that visitors to the island respect its natural aesthetic and preserve its untouched wild nature. The local people consider the island to be sacred, and some use it for their traditional ceremonies. It is not unusual to spot sacrificial remains from the rain-making ceremonies. Travelers are asked to not leave anything behind after their stay. The island is en route to 4 national parks and game reserves. Travelers often spend a couple of days enjoying the empty vastness before moving on to the parks. Its remoteness means there's little animal activity in the area, though you can expect to spot lesser flamingos, an occasional elephant, jackals, and other animals. You will definitely need a 4x4 vehicle to get there. From down south, coming from the Gaborone or Palape area, you will use the A14 to Orapa and Matsumu. This is all tarred road until Matsumu. From there, the sand tracks start making for an ideal 4x4 experience, and so you will want to deflate your tires a bit as the sands begin to build up. It is a short 31 kilometers from Matsumu to Kubu, but you will take a while because of the roads. Coming from the north via Nata on the A3, you will get about 100 kilometers of sand tracks. This stretch can take about 4 hours to complete. This is the harder terrain to drive, as you often encounter overgrown bushes on the road that give your car a good scratch. But for the love of off-road experience, it is worth it when you reach the island and are rewarded with its beauty. Be sure to check the condition of the roads before making your way, because sometimes access to the Kubu is impossible due to floods. The pans can get slippery and dangerous to trek through. You cannot reach the island when the pans are wet and your vehicle will get stuck. The guano trust often closes the campsite and keeps updates of the road conditions on its website. When the pans are dry, you will not need to full 4x4 mode, but you will have a lot of fine white dust to deal with. Keep your GPS and paper maps in handy, as there are little signs to help you along. Treks for Africa maps are popular among travelers. Don't drive off the main treks. Conserve the pans as much as possible. You will also want to stock up on supplies before making your way to Kubu. The island is remote and there are little to no amenities nearby. Good things to have in hand are fuel, firewood, and of course, food. Guano Community Trust runs a campsite at Kubu Island. Before heading to Kubu Island, get a booking with our office through their website. The trust seeks to avoid crowding on the island, and June to August are the peak times that the pans are not often always dry then. Most travelers know to avoid the rainy season and the risk of being stuck in the pans. At the campsite, you will find a latrine and a fireplace. Also, there are no showers and travelers must make their arrangements. This is a great place to enjoy a full camping experience. You can purchase firewood from the reception, and for 255 bula a night, you can rent a tent, 2 mattresses, and a solar light. With your fully fitted 4x4, you will need to bring a satellite phone, lots of water, and a shade net. The pans can get very hot and their white sands reflect off the sun to you. When you are driving in them, you want to exercise caution to avoid your vehicle overheating. You will also want to avoid a heat stroke if you get stuck where there are no trees in sight. Ensure you have enough supplies for your stay and then some extra for emergencies. There are local guides available to help you navigate the area and to highlight important spots for you. So, Stone Age tools and arrowheads have been found on the island's shoreline. Of note are also the remnants of a stone wall and stone cairns believed to be from 1400 to 1600 AD. Archaeologists have linked this to the Great Zimbabwe dynasty, and they believe the island to have been on the southwesternmost tip of the empire. Some travelers enjoy self-exploration, and the trust does cater for that. And so from time to time, they will check in to ensure everyone is okay. For the self-explorer, the pans offer the right mix of vastness and routes to navigate. And so if you are going to opt out of the guide, it's best you travel with at least 2 4x4s in case you get stuck, because some routes to the island are less traveled and it can be a long while before someone comes along the route you have taken. The beauty of Kubu Island is mesmerizing, and so it is the photographer's paradise. It is not surprising that many photographers and videographers have the island on their bucket list. Hours of shooting pass quickly as you try and capture the beauty around you. The island has a lot of baobab and African chestnut trees, some of which are twisted incredibly, and the mix of the trees and the stone against the salt flats of the pan offers some highly sought-after views. During the day, it might be too hot to do anything, but the sunset and the sunrise will spoil you for choice in what to capture. The Milky Way also adds its character to the scene, making for some spectacular shots of the giant trees and stars. Now, if you love stargazing, the night sky will keep you mesmerized. You can bring your telescope along to enhance your experience, but telescope or not, the Milky Way in Kubu Island loves to spread its colorful wings. At times, you will catch a colorful array of flamingos nearby enjoying the water in the pen. You do not want to venture into Kubu Island without your camera. So you have been in Kubu, enjoyed the mesmerizing scenes and have a memory card full of wonderful moments. What else can you get up to? Well, some people enjoy taking a walk on the island and into the pen. As far as you can see, there are wide sands to walk on. A run is also a good alternative. Bird watching is another great activity to do on the island. Depending on the season and the availability of water in the pans, birds make the pans their home. The guided tour with the trust will provide information on the history of the island and archaeological finds in it. Some travel camps offer quad biking across the pans to Kubu Island. This offers for some luxury camping and good group activity. Kubu Island offers the best place to enjoy a quiet place with nature as your only music. Guano Community Trust encourages travelers to avoid loud noises or playing any loudspeakers so they can let the nature sing for them. As such, generators are not allowed in the area because there's plenty of sunlight to harness for any of your electrical needs. Enjoy a slow pace, wide open space, and a bit of history as you explore the island. And as you explore the island, do not remove any flora or fauna or any natural to Kubu. Respect the island as it's a protected place and very sacred to the locals. Did I hear you ask when you should come? Well, the best times to visit the island are in the winter and spring from June to October when the pans are much drier. This will make for ideal driving conditions on the pan surface. As it's dry, expect dust clouds, especially after July when Botswana is experiencing its windy season. Driving at this time can be challenging and visibility is highly reduced by the dust clouds. So exercise caution and watch out for other drivers. Though there isn't much traffic, it is best to be careful, especially around curves as you drive on the sand tracks. From November to April, the pans are often unreachable due to rains. Never cross the pan when it's wet as you will most likely get stuck. To preserve the pans, it's best to ensure you cause as little disturbance as possible. Driving on the pans when they are dry causes the least disturbance, so call ahead to ensure the area is not flooded. When traveling in the summer, always cater for heat stroke management. Botswana summers can be brutally hot with lots of sunshine. While in the pan, protect your eyes from the sun's reflection off the pan with a good pair of sunglasses and a hat. Long-sleeved breathable clothes are also important to keep your skin from burning. Peak hot temperatures are between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. with some days reaching close to 40 degrees Celsius. Plan your exploring for mornings and evenings when the temperatures have dropped. During the day, perch yourself under the shade of a tree and enjoy a good read or a nap. Winters alternate between warm to hot days and chilly to cold mornings and evenings. For locals, anything below 15 degrees Celsius is cold, but for others, those might be ideal temperatures. Also, nights can get close to or below zero. We have come to the end of our video, and I hope you're making plans for your trip to Botswana. See you soon in our new video.